Yo, hello and welcome to the Chef Salty podcast with your host Casey and Sean. We're your weekly home for culinary news, insights, tech, musings, and everything in between.
That's right. You can also catch us recording and streaming on YouTube at Chef Salty Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to get up-to-date notifications of when we are broadcasting live.
Sean, real quick. How was the weather last week at your end? Before I tell you my story,
oh boy,
how was you guys over there?
So on our block, it was fine-ish. So
Fine-ish, okay.
You know, almost to the point where like we didn't even realize the damage until like the next day. So
wow.
You know, when I walked out into the yard, I could see like leaves down and such. You know, there was like dirt kind of moved around in like the front yard. And when I got in my car, I realized there was like a puddle of water by like the footwell on the driver's side. Yeah. So
nice.
Here's a key tip for everyone out there. If you have a car and it has a sunroofs, you know, despite the fact that they can be pretty well sealed, they have weather stripping, and that weather stripping will hold up for some time. Now, our car is a relatively new car, and because water can kind of seep through those weather seals, sunroofs have drains. Now, depending on your car, you know, or your SUV, you may have 1 drain, 2 drains, or up to 4 drains. So, here's the deal. Our car has 2 drains, and one of them was impacted with like dust and you know, debris that had kind of built up over the years. And we found that out when it rained all the time. So like yeah, man. So like the wheel well was all like the footwell was all like soaked. I mean, you could like step down onto like the carpet and water would like raise up. Where the airbags are to the A-pillars, that's the part of the car near one of the windows, that was like soaked and saturated. And yeah, so like, you know, I do my due diligence and I'm like checking out the forums and they're just like, yeah, man, it's gonna cost like $3,000 to fix. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, that can't be true. So of course, you know, I take a look on YouTube and I'm like, oh, okay, relatively simple fix if this is what the issue was. And so pretty much the YouTube fix is, if you know where the drains are in your car, you can either use compressed air to shoot into them and blow out the obstruction, or if you have like a very thin and flexible like wire or like pipe cleaner, you can use that to kind of snake through the line and kind of push out any dirt or debris that's trapped in there as well. However, that's if like your car has a drain with like a pretty big spout. Now on our car, unfortunately, the drain terminates in like a nipple. Which is, of course, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's just one of these things. It's like, you won't know until you need to know. And by the time you need to know, you probably wish you knew before. But like, yeah, like it's just weird. Like, it's a nipple that drains the water out into like a 5-gallon like reservoir. So yeah, so when I look at the reservoir, it's completely bone dry, despite the fact that like we got more rain than ever over those last couple of days, and I can like hear the water trapped inside this drain. So, you know, I call up our local mechanic, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Nissan, yeah, totally know about this." And sure enough, he like gets in there, unclogs it, and fixes it for like $50, and you know.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, what I had initially read was like the super inflated like dealer price for this thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure that probably also included like taking out the airbag or removing, you know, like removing the dash, depending on like how bad the damage was. But yeah. But aside from that, yeah, like around the neighborhood, there were some cars that were left stranded. You know, here when we were like kind of looking around, like some water got into the basement through like an open window in the laundry room, and that like kind of saturated the carpet that was down there, so it got all funky and moldy, and I had to pull that out.
Yeah.
But we were fortunate that like we did not see the brunt of the damage. But yeah, definitely in different parts of New York, you got wrecked. How are things over by you?
Bro, so I'm on the higher side of Hackensack and New Jersey, so mostly like southern and central got really wiped, or even like a little west. But anyway, so I was working that night. I was in Rutherford, and I posted a YouTube about it, bro. The water came up to above my door handle.
I believe
on
it.
like in several parts, and I had to get home. Like I wanted to get home. I didn't want to stay at work. I didn't want to just chill there. But as I was driving through the first lake, my speakers went poof, and then it started making crackling noises, lots of smoke. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't want to open the window because obviously fucking downpour happening.
Sure.
I get out of Rutherford. I go through Passaic up the other way on 21. If you go 21 south, it's pretty much closed, but 21 north is pretty okay.
Yeah.
Because you're going into the high side, but there's still a few other lakes. The second puddle completely obliterated any of the crackling, so my speakers are shot. By the time I got home, all the lights are on, blinking. It's pretty intense. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. It's still running. Sometimes it juts, like all of a sudden, like when you're driving it. So I'm pretty sure it's fucked somewhere.
Yeah, man.
I put a claim through. I went to the body shop yesterday. They did, the photos or whatever. Since it's not a collision, it's a water damage.
Yeah.
They're like, I have Geico, so Geico will like give me a call, ask for assessment or whatever if I have any photos or videos. I was like, absolutely. I haven't gotten that phone call yet, but I can tell you right now, something is wrong with the engine. I don't know what it is. It's gonna cost, I'm assuming, a pretty penny. I mean, just the speakers alone. And this is like the upgraded car when I first got it.
Right.
At least speaker wise, that's not gonna get reimbursed, man. That's gonna be,
sure.
I'm gonna eat that right in the fucking face. So, other than that, Caitlin's fine. Her car was okay. I mean, she works 5 minutes away from the house, so that's all fine. But we were fortunate that that's the only thing that happened to our vehicles. Our house, we live in an apartment. We're fine. Nobody in the area got flooded or anything. But yeah, my family's okay too. But yeah, so right now I'm driving a busted car that could bottom out at any point.
Nice, living dangerously.
Dangerously.
In your well-appointed hoopty. It's crazy. Like we were in Jersey Sunday, kind of just in the area, like still on the house hunt, and we pulled into one town, and like. You could see, like, as you're, like, going up and down the hills, like, the damage roll off and fall off. And in this one town, we were going through, like, the main street, and that main street happened to be low-lying. Every single business had, like, all of their stuff on the curb, like, for garbage pickup. I mean, there was, like, a Carvel where, like, every single refrigerator, like, every freezer was out there. I saw a church with, like, every single pew. It was just, it was terrible, to kind of see the damage. And even as we were approaching this one house we were going to look at, we're just like, yo, are we going to get there and it's just going to be completely like water, because it's like from block to block it would change. I mean, you'd see some blocks where like everything was fine, and then other blocks where you could see the water line got up to the windows of the cars, just like you were saying happened to yours. And you could see the ones that were still abandoned and waiting to be cleared or assessed if that's what they need to happen. But it's wild, man. I mean, in my life ahead of this storm, we've only really had like been involved in like one flood, and it was when I lived up in Pennsylvania, and like it was a pretty big like storm, and the house has like sump pumps, right? Like they're designed to kind of pull the water away from the house. So there's two. And, it never rained that bad, so we never realized that one of them, like, didn't work. Or, wasn't, nice. The power to that pump wasn't, like, it wasn't delivering. So, like, it rains, the one comes on, it's trying to pump the water out, the other one is not doing anything. And, like, the one that was working wasn't pumping the water far enough away from the house, so it was just, like, saturating the ground. and creating all
Wow.
sorts of different problems. So, it's certainly been long since fixed, but it's just amazing how quickly like water can get in and damage everything. You know,
Yeah.
water
Well,
always
water is
wins,
pretty
right? Like water always wins,
water.
right? 75% water, 25% earth, because water decided it was winning that battle a long time ago,
Yeah. Long
right?
time ago.
If it's
It's
steam, if it's water, if it's ice, it's gonna win.
yeah.
It's just gonna
Great
win, man.
equalizer. Water is pretty nuts. Yo, so I was still when I was at the restaurant, the water started to come in the dining room, and
Whoa.
here's what I don't understand. People knew it was bad, but they still went out to eat, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, is this nuts? Like, are you guys crazy? Like, fucking go home. It's literally flooding outside. Y'all still the rest now. Granted, obviously we still have to serve them, but
Sure.
at one point when the water started coming in and people were still in the dining room, I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm just letting you guys know water's gonna come in. If we can get you guys to go like right now, that'd be great. Only for you guys' safety. I don't want you guys to be stuck in here still while the water's coming in." They're like, "Oh no, it's okay. We'll be fine." I'm like, no, you're not. Like, dude, I need you to be out of the building because for liability issues, one. Two, that's kind of horrible. Water's coming in, you're still dining.
Sure.
Yeah, no. I literally forced them. There was like two tables. I'm like, sir, ma'am, happy anniversary, happy birthday. Please, can I get you guys' order to go for the remainder? We even discount you 10% just for today or some shit like that.
Sure.
Just to get them out the door. Bro, one table sat in the water. In the water. Like, I don't get it.
Just a
People are
puddle in
stupid.
their loafers.
Yeah. They're like, no, we're fine. Totally. I bounced. I mean, I was out by like 9:10. That was the last table that was there, but it was nutty, man. But anyway,
How did the facilities hold up? In terms
the
of
facilities
water.
was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mostly just the carpet that was kind of damaged. I'm assuming there's kind of damage on the walls too.
Yeah.
But we're airing it out, vacuuming right away. We're dry vac. Floor fans were on, but like still,
There's only but so
it's
much
nuts,
you
bro.
can do.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do in that little space. But I mean, Rutherford area is not necessarily prone to what you call that flooding, but like with Lodi and such, like Garfield, like bro,
Yeah.
we talking
Yeah.
that shit rises up. So I don't know, but I guess that's the brunt of the flood. Hopefully, we don't see another one like that. Because that was nutty, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
just
it was pretty crazy. Again, like when I'm just thinking about like going through that Jersey town and like seeing like all of the businesses with like sandbags in front, you're just like, what happened? But water always wins.
yeah.
Water.
Now, did you guys were like, well, can we get a discount?
Nah. Well, no. I mean, it doesn't kind of work like that. I mean, clearly, like if there were issues, you'd just be like, I don't want to sink, my
No,
life
I
savings
know.
into this place. But nah, the place we looked at was fine, and you could tell that like it's not like there was an issue and they tried to like clean it up. Like it was bone dry. Their
Yeah.
systems were working. But I don't know. That place in particular, I don't think would be a good fit. But it was nice. It was nice, and
Yeah, yeah.
continue to look and see. Hopefully, we
Wow.
find something that's right for us now and in the future.
No, I'm with you. I was just like, if that were me, or rather, I should say that if that were my mom and she wanted to get it, I'd be like, yo, I give you 50% down right now.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I need
sure. Look,
20%
if
off.
that's what you want, like you can negotiate on anything, right? And
That's true.
I'm sure the seller would be more apt to make a move, but you got to invest in shoring up those issues, And
Yo, Sean, I need you to take a look at this. Are you ready for this?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
got some stuff on our screen real quick for some Monshishi news.
oh hell yeah,
I don't know what the hell is happening, but Krispy Kreme Australia has a Pokemon collection of donuts. Look at this.
wow! What
like,
do we
I
got
would-
there? Yeah, they got the OG.
I would
Pokemon.
fucking-
They got
I would eat this.
Squirtle and Charmander. and I forget who is that guy.
You got Bulbasaur in the bottom.
Bulbasaur, yeah, and
Yeah,
Pikachu.
yeah. And Pikachu.
Wow.
Like, happy to celebrate the 25th
years
anniversary.
of Pokemon.
Bro, it's been a while, man. Can you still remember like the first time you remember? Like, I can remember it. I was still in Queens. Pokemon Red and Blue version came out in '98.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I was late on Pokemon. Like, yeah, Red and Blue were out and people were playing it, but like, you know, 98, I was like, oh man, this is kid stuff. I don't want to try it. But by the time like the cartoon came out and it became more of like a known quantity, I was like, oh, I could try this. So I hopped on with like Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, Pokemon Yellow. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it comes to the States. I would love to eat. I mean, it will taste like donuts. Don't get me wrong. It's just a fucking donut.
It's cute.
But like, it's cute as shit, bro.
Yeah.
My starter Pokemon was Charmander, and then I restarted again, and it was Squirtle. Amazing. Bulbasaur, I was like, whatever. That dude didn't get no love too much, but it was okay nonetheless.
Gotta
and then Sean, check this out. So we all know about the sandwich craze. First, Chick-fil-A took over the nation with their hot chicken sandwich, and then Popeyes touted to be even better than Chick-fil-A. However, I'm telling you right now, my homie, check this out. Panda Express to test an orange chicken sando. Like, I'm for it. How do you feel about this?
I'm gonna try it out. Like, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a big fan of Panda Express just in general. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, when I see Panda Express, I just think of like mall Chinese food. Like,
it's mall Chinese food. It's literally
I feel like they're just like pizza, especially here. There are so many more better options for Chinese, but that sandwich does look interesting, and I might have to step inside a location and try it out.
I sent this to my brother right away when I saw it. His Panda's Express is like his favorite store.
Okay, well, hey, man, shout out to your brother. You know, no slander shall be formed against him and his palate.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
so,
like,
you know,
it's like Panda Express. Like, I for a while they didn't have like freestanding locations, so they were only in malls, right? And then again, it's like, malls, all right, correct. I'm in the mall food court. That orange chicken looks dry. I'm gonna pass.
I mean, I'd fuck up an orange chicken any day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I feel you. I feel you. Which is why I'm saying, like, look, if I'm going to get orange chicken, I'm not going to get it from the Panda Express at the mall. Or maybe it was just the mall I went to. You know, it could have been that. But, yeah, it did not look like it was hitting on anything. So, you know, I just slide over to one of my other mall options. Let me see what that Sbarro is hitting on.
Yeah, Sbarros. Yeah, you ain't wrong. So this one will be exclusively, at least released in Pasadena, California, September 16th. So I'm assuming California release, see how it is. So it goes so far, and then goes. But bro, not only Panda Express, Panera testing a chicken sando with anchovies. I'm assuming like a Caesar take on it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like a Caesar.
I am down for this, bro.
All right, Panda Express. Again, or rather, not. I mean, sorry, Panera. Like, how do you feel about Panera just in general?
I mean, I don't frequent a Panera almost ever. Like literally once, I think I could think of the past 5 years we've gone to a Panera once. I'm pretty sure on that. But other than that, I don't like Panera. It's whatever, you know.
Panera is like, it's not enough sandwich. Like the last time I went to a Panera, I was actually in your town, and we were trying to go to the Chick-fil-A, and the line was too long. Like literally, it's just like, all right, we got other stuff to do. Let's just keep it going. We went into the Panera, and like, it just felt like half a homemade sandwich. And by the time I was done, I was hungry again, and I was like, well, that wasn't worth it at all. You know?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like the equivalent of buying a packed lunch.
Okay.
You know, it's like, oh, like we got here's
stuff
an
from
apple
like
and your sandwich, and it's like,
yeah.
But it's gonna cost you 4.5 times what it would for you to make it yourself. And again, like, it's fine. You know, shout out to the folks who work at Panera and all the people that eat it. It's just not. It's not my jam. But that again, that chicken sandwich there, it looks more substantial. Like I feel like I could go in there and eat it and be satiated. I probably would not walk away wanting more.
I did learn though from visiting that one time, or maybe twice. You can actually buy Panera loaves, like the sourdoughs on the counter for like a couple bucks. So like if you want like at least decent bread, you can get it from them a little cheaper on what they use too. But Sean, the craziest one though, because I was watching some videos last night and it was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. I know Snapchat did it.
Yeah.
Right? They had the little specs. How do you feel about this? Like, so Sarah Dici on YouTube reviewed this. Bro, it looks legit as shit.
It's interesting. So we're looking at like the Ray-Ban branded Facebook glasses. And it's funny, right before, we hopped on the pod, I kind of saw a news segment on these glasses too. And they're interesting. Like it's really cool to kind of see the tech that's involved in this product kind of shrink down to size because like, wearable like tech glasses, smart glasses were bulky before, or even like glasses with like the Bluetooth speakers in the, I don't even know what you call them because I don't wear glasses, but the what are they, handles?
The little visor right here? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're usually bulky and they don't look like glasses. But those glasses, with the exception of like a little bit of space that they made in the bezel for the cameras, look like glasses. So now, I feel like if you see someone with Ray-Bans on, you gotta double check and ask if you're being recorded. You come to the party with some Ray-Bans, I'd be like, hey man, are you a cop? Because you got to tell me if you're a cop, man. You're a cop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you need those? But I guess so. If you are a streamer and a real-time blogger, these could be cool to offer your perspective, your real perspective on some events. But I don't know. Like I don't know if these would be a product for me. They seem kind of intrusive.
Well, okay, how do you feel about like, so I have dash cam, right?
Yeah.
Recording both front ways and back ways, just in case some stupid shit happened, like the flood, or maybe if you got into an altercation. For this purpose, right, if I were to use it or on some whatever, I mean, granted, you can play media on it, on your glasses directly. You can take phone calls on your glasses directly. It's one less tech that I have to kind of mess with, but it does sync with your phone, so it's like another carry-on to begin with. However, let's say, I don't know, you get into an altercation, or maybe the cops decided to raid in your parade, and then you wanted to kind of record, and you can record them, right? This would be the most viable option because it's already like this, like eye level, like, and you're able to capture that. Not altercation, but that interaction altogether. I think it can be proved worthy. However, then to your point though, you would be like, are those the Facebook glasses? Are you recording right now?
Yeah, I'm just thinking again, like, I'm not that I'm in many altercations at all, but I would just say like, you find that your glasses are staying on your face when you're scrapping, or, like I feel like you're either taking them off to protect them, or like, hey, look, now I know we got problems. But we also understand that glasses are expensive, so I'm gonna need to put these down so we can handle it. Or you're just in the midst of some fisticuffs and you got the time to take it off. But to your point about your dash cam and these glasses, I feel like the key difference between the two is that when you're using your dash cam, you're on the roads and generally in public places. Right? So like the expectation is of your privacy is a little bit different. And generally you're going to be using, like you said, like using the footage to, record or, validate some incident, right? Like if you hop in like an Uber and they're like, hey man, we got this camera on. You'd be like, okay, all right. Make sure you're cool. I'm cool. We're cool. Right. And you keep it going. Or in the event of an accident with your dash cam, like, can prove the reality of a circumstance. But with these glasses, I mean, you could take them into anywhere, right? Like, it's not like when you walk into like the bathroom I'm like, hey man, you gotta take off your glasses because
Oh, that's right. Okay. I was gonna say too, like,
are you a cop? I need to know. Are you a cop?
but like, Sean, what if they release this for regular wearing glasses like myself, like an actual physical with prescription?
Yeah.
How would you feel
mean,
about
you know, that's between you and your optometrist. But, you know, but still, like, you know, everyone else needs to be aware that that you have these things on. And from the video that I saw and the news segment that I also saw, obviously when the cameras are active, I believe there's like a light ring around the camera to kind of indicate that they're recording. So hopefully that's enough of a tell. But yeah, you know, it's interesting to watch this tech shrink down and, you know, be of high enough quality to use in different applications. It's only going to get smaller and it's only going to get better. And, you know, it's going to be on all of us to kind of be confronted with what we understand privacy to be, you know, and kind of navigate that. Because it's only going to be there, right? Like,
yeah, it's only going to be there.
It's only going to continue to be there. But they do look cool. Like, I got a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses myself, and like I said, with the exception of like that little camera, they look the same.
Yeah, no, they definitely are the same. It's a Ray-Ban quality, the same whatever spec as they are. It does come at just about $300, so like almost like a regular pair of like prescription glasses if you were to get it. But I don't know if you want to go that way. I mean, granted, again, if I can get it in these kind of formats, and then absolutely, I would tell them like, hey, I have the recorder glasses, just to let you know, and then you can actually see it. I think it would actually be not made a law for it, but maybe they would have some kind of, what's that word I'm trying to say for it, Sean? Like an ordinance for the glasses. Like, hey, you know, just to let you guys know, it will be like something over here, it'll be recorded everywhere, blah, blah, blah. I think it will be legalized, man. I really think so. Because like a lot more people now with, especially at how social media is, no matter what kind of altercation, you automatically like,
yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. But even there, I feel like the act of picking up your phone, right, and, you know, putting it in the view of other people to indicate that you are recording is different than like, you know, it just
it's
being
already
on, like,
on
your glasses,
face,
right? Like, I mean, like I said, with the exception of that light, if that light were not working or was disabled, you know, you'd be privy to record and people wouldn't even realize. So, you know, it's slightly different, but, you know, it's interesting, and it's interesting to kind of see where Facebook is deciding to put their energies, right? You know, they're in wearable smart tech, you know, they're in VR, obviously they're in the advertising and social media business, like, you know, they're not going anywhere. So, you know, it's going to be on the rest of us to kind of navigate a world in which, you know, this company is collecting data from all sorts of sources, and especially, you know, when you are providing it yourself.
Yeah, I know. I guess it will just give, I think my main concern would be like for the creepers, and creepers know who they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel really uncomfortable in that situation. So I guess for that one reason, I wouldn't get it. I would kind of want to not it be viable, but I know for a fact, like, it's just the way society is going to head out anyway. We're going to eventually...
How long do you figure before you're at, like, contact lenses? Like, it's not...
That's true.
It's not that far.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that far. It would... You know what, though? As much as I, like, protest, it would be kind of cool to see someone's, like, glowing contact lens indicator that they're recording.
That'd be cool.
It'd be something out of, like, Cyberpunk.
yeah, Cyberpunk. It will turn red.
Right. Kinda, okay. It's like, oh, that dude's a cop.
I was like, are you recording me right now?
Right.
It's like,
yes. He's a cop.
You can see it in my eye. Like, it's really red. Like, it's blinking red. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, as we close, though, Sean, anything, like, because only Halloween, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about that. However,
Labor Day just
Labor Day passed,
and
Columbus Day, nobody really cares about that.
We're in the midst of Hispanic Heritage Month, so, you know, it would be interesting if anyone listening wants to kind of share any recipes, you know, for us to talk about going forward. But yeah, aside from that, like, the next big holiday is Halloween.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, well,
You know
it's
what I mean?
Columbus Day. And then
It's
then
Columbus.
Halloween.
That's all I'm saying. That nobody cares about Columbus Day. Halloween, cool. You know, go out for it. But definitely, you know, Thanksgiving was like the major one.
Yeah.
In terms of culinary, we weren't really that busy for Thanksgiving. And Sean, I just found out we're off for Thanksgiving, so that was kind of cool.
That's very cool. Congratulations.
Off like Monday to Thursday, and then we come back the weekend to finish out that week, and then off again. But still, that was a welcomed info that I wasn't aware of and I was privy to, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I dig it. I like it. So I'm gonna be off for Thanksgiving this year, which is kind of nice. But I briefly though, Sean, what are you looking for Black Friday? I know it's like a couple months away.
Okay.
Black Friday, like
so,
the more we think about it, it's gonna be like this. Boom, Black Friday.
Okay. So I kind of feel like I'm like at a standstill in terms of like electronics. Like what I have been looking at over the last couple of weeks is a new USB like headphone DAC / amp to kind of drive these headphones, because I feel
I got you.
Especially, you know, since I'm in a work at home environment and I don't use this PC for work, I kind of use I use a MacBook in a different room.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the headphone jack on that Mac does not generate enough power for the headphones that I'm using, and I know this is a me problem. This is not a wide one. I know. So like I've been looking into that. And there are some units that I am interested in, but because of the pandemic, like they're in very short supply, and that has caused the price to kind of go up. So I'm hoping that maybe by Black Friday, you know, either the stock levels will even out and it'll be normal price, or maybe the stock levels will be in accordance and it'll get discounted. I doubt it.
It'll get discounted. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even in the secondhand market, like it's still like they're selling for the brand new price. So yeah, or more depending on the model. So that's what I'm looking for, or you know, as far as Black Friday. What about yourself?
I want a PS5.
Well, man,
I already told you about it. I've been.
I mean, you might be able to find one then, but it's definitely not going to be discounted. I mean,
I ain't paying for no full price though. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna be patient and wait my time until I can get my hands on an actual physical one that's not sculpt level. Yeah. Literally at what it was, you know, MSRP, not fucking.
They're available. They just come and go, man. You gotta beat the bots.
I know.
I mean, literally, you gotta be poised with your credit card information already logged into all of your different web stores, and as soon as like word hits that they're available, you need to click and refresh and wait till you get a confirmation. But yeah.
Yeah, nothing much, nothing too crazy. Hopefully everybody is safe. You know, happy Halloween eventually. Don't go too nuts. In terms of the pumpkin ciders, those can die. Just
already?
I'm so over.
I feel like pumpkin spice season started like last week.
Bro, it started 3 weeks ago. Like it's just, you know, Dunkin' and fucking Starbucks is full throttle. And also this Apple Crisp that they're fucking touting. Nah, everything's Apple Crisp. Like, can we just fucking... I'm over. I don't want none of it. People just stop fucking buying it. However, if you buy it to me, I mean, I'll be grateful. I mean,
coming soon to Panda Express, pumpkin spice chicken sandwiches. It's a collab with Panera, man.
Oh my goodness. All right. Other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, be safe. You can catch all of our good stuff on Twitter. You can text Sean here at MetroCard X. Any questions, anything at all, AskChefSalty@gmail.com. And you can find all the streaming goodness and on YouTube, specifically this show. That way you can see Sean and I interact at YouTube at Chef Salty Pork Podcast. But other than that, though,
peace out, Internet.